You don't want smoke, though. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, though. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, though. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team.
Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Mike, 26, Mooney! Get that ball! Get that ball! Hey, Wahoo!
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
22! Watch the eye! 22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. Smooth! 50-50.
Now Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Stafford now to throw. He's got a man complete. 30, the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Stephon Diggs, 87 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Lead! 54! Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch Twitz. Watch Twitz.
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
2nd and 6. at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Block 54. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. They'll have a first down past the 40. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darius Geis, 71 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They will run with Singletary, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
A gain of 14.
On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football.
Me the ball.
And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. He'll let this go for the... And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Let's go. Kill, kill, kill.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got one. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run with Geis. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any 2 teams. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Alert!
Now Stafford. Going deep for Diggs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Check 24, check 20. Go, can. Hey, high 7. 54. Mike 54. Here you go, 368.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. This is the tight end, Njoku. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Geis. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Geis. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Watch twist. Twist. Shift.
368.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Lead.
54.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
And now to the air, Dalton. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Check Mike 54.
All day, baby, all day. Check 9. Check motion.
Check.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
On the ground, Geis. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darius Geis. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check 52. Omaha, ready to move.
A give, Singletary right side, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You got blocked me.
Hey, Red.
Stafford. Flushed out right. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Hey, 5-0.
To throw is Stafford. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
21.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Devin Singletary with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos push further out in front. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Crunch time, defense.
Spot.
Heavy.
No.
They start on the ground with Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Dalton now to pass. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. On first down, this is Geis. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Joker.
Hey.
Tighten up. Kill.
2 by 2. Move. SOS. Greystone, travel.
Switch.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. Motion.
368.
Check 13. Jim.
They go 368. Regular.
Mike 5-4.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. On the ground, it's Geis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Go. Watch out.
54. Mike 54. It's our field.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, Alpha.
Let's stop here, D.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Three buzz. Switch.
368.
Right there.
Hey, zoom.
54, Mike.
And Dalton to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
2 by 2. Move.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And he's got a noon one. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
27-yard line.
Hands up. 18.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I'm not ready. Nice.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, echo.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Dalton. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Mike 54. Blue down. 54.
Here you go. 368.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run.
Go.
Exile. Mike 54.
Here we go. 5-6. Hands up.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. 57. Alert. 57.
To throw again. Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. '57's the mic.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. Trotty. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. The final act of the first half, Dalton. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darius Geis with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lambo on for the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Singletary to get the drive started. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead. Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Stafford. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Broncos first down.
Set. 250.
57 to Mike. Yeah, that's what I do.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Stafford. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set. Get waiting. Get waiting.
They run here with Singletary, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now a run with Geis, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33.
It's 4th down.
Here we go with Geis. And an alley to run. They find some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darius Geis, 67 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll give this to Singletary running right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Keep it up, guys.
The 30-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
32.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike
22.
Championships, baby. Check safety, check safety.
Throwing a Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 99.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
54, Mike.
Regular.
It's our time.
Hey, Delta.
54. Mike 50.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the
Do
board.
me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Hey.
Get in the weight room. Slam.
They'll run on 1st down. Brown. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 4.
Check out 368.
This is Geis. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 54. Red.
368. Sit up.
To throw here, Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. A big play there for the Raiders. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Check three.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. Heavy.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Back. Under 10. 10.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
They run with Geis, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
68. 2 by 2. Move.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Now a give right side. Singletary. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And Diggs has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no...
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Come on. He's checking. Crash. Hey, check 24.
2-2. Move.
Check 43. Kill.
Hey.
Off left tackle, it's Geis. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
You guys up.
Edwards got 4 down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down.
93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. 3 buzz. Mike spot 4.
Nice. Hey, seam 6. It's hot.
They'll look to throw. Complete to Bryant. The 20. 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
368.
Dalton wants to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
11. Hey.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort.
The Broncos take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long, and it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason?